Simple question. What's the difference between Evan Gershkovich and Julian Assange? Evan Gershkovich is the Wall Street Journal reporter who's being held by Russia as a spy, or words to that effect. We want him back. He's an American. Bring him back. Understandable. Understandable. Russia says he's a spy. We say, no, he's not. Russia says ostensibly, yes, he is. We say, no, he's not. Bring him back now. Somebody says to us, bring back Julian Assange. No, that's different. Why? Well, he committed espionage. No. He's a publisher. He's a journalist. No, he's not. Not to us, he's not. He's our guy. Well, we're not going to give you Gershkovich. Wait a minute. Who are you to say this? Well, who are you to say this? What is a spy? Who determines what a spy is? Is it beyond the realm of possibility for somebody from our country, ostensibly, to be used by American intel to spy? Is it above the realm of possibilities to have somebody from another country, ostensibly a journalist, being involved in spying on us? Edward Snowden, Chelsea Manning. How does this work? Daniel Ellsberg. What was Daniel Ellsberg? He was a whistleblower. Was he a whistleblower or a spy? Wait a minute. What do you mean a spy? Do you spy for somebody else? Or can you spy for yourself? If you're violating private, confidential, classified information. You see, what happens is a spy is like the word terrorist. A spy is like the term religious zealot. A spy is relative to you. When we spy, when we do this, and by the way, I want this young man home with his family. I want Julian Assange to be released because he is a publisher. Let me make sure we understand that. But understand also this notion of relative frame of reference. Somebody thinks that somebody's a spy. And you can do all you want. You can say whatever you want. You can say, no, he's not. And he said, oh, yes, he is. No, he's not. Yes, he is. No, he's not. Spying is about thievery. It's about duplicity. It's about getting information usually from another country, or it might be corporate spying or espionage. China could be spying on us with weather balloons or ostensible weather balloons. We do it satellite. So the whole notion of spying, first and foremost, has to be understood as follows. When we do it, it's okay. When the United States went into Vietnam, did we ask Vietnam? Who asked for? Oh, South Vietnam. Really? The Gulf of Tonkin? What? War Powers Act? How did we get into Iraq, Afghanistan? Who are we? We just go there. We just do it. Why? Because we're right. We're the United States. Don't you understand that? That's how this works. The same thing for spying. If we catch you in this country and you're spying, we're going to get you. And by the way, we have our own rules. Unless you're, who is it, Brittany Griner, or whatever her name is, she's vaping illegally, breaking Russian laws. Okay, thank God that's over with. What about the Marine? What about other people? How do we determine who's a spy, who's not? Who's worthy of our intercession, who's not? How do we do this? I don't understand any of it. I don't understand any of it. To me, in my very humble opinion, everything is relative. Everything is relative vis-a-vis the individuals who are involved in the particular notation and designation of trespassorial information gathering. Now let me just explain something. And I'm not naive. I understand there's spying, and there's espionage, and there's trespassorial taking. I've been through the FISA warrants. You want to talk about spying? Ask President Trump and Carter Page. Talk about FISA warrants. Talk about Russian dossiers. Talk about all of that stuff. please do. Please talk about that. Talk about how we spy on American citizens. Talk about how the FBI is going to be going into Catholic churches, probably already has. Talk about the MIAC report. Talk about the FBI and the DOJ looking at parents who dare to speak up at school board meetings. So don't give me this nonsense about all of a sudden you figured out that spying is a bad thing. Everybody spies. We spy. Even the word spying. I love euphemisms. I asked somebody the other day in a separate issue, I said, what's the difference between killing, murder, assassination? Can I assassinate a bum on the street? Can I go up to that guy and say, yeah, I'm tired of him. I go up and shoot. Did I assassinate him? Normally, assassination is for a different type of murder. It's a murder. No, but it's somebody special, somebody of note, political reasons. Why? What difference is? Well, it just is. We use words all the time. We use words. Murder never applies to execution. Murder doesn't apply to abortion. Depends upon which side you are. So we play with this all the time. And we play with words, we play with euphemisms and that sort of thing. You can also tell by how fast the government will renounce or will come to the aid of somebody who is caught spying or what have you. Every now and then you hear somebody who's like some crazy American, backpacker who veers into Iran or traverses the borders. Like, what are you doing? And when you hear that, they're not spies. But when somebody immediately responds, immediately, when the government does, there's something to that. Keep an eye on that. Now let me be clear, let me say for the record, yet again, I know nothing about who's involved. I want Evan Gershkovich to be home with his family. I want Julian Assange to be back. Julian Assange is not a spy. He was a publisher. He is protected by the Supreme Court of the United States in the Pentagon Papers case, and also Bartnicki against Vopper. He did not steal anything. They were provided to him by Chelsea Manning, as the story goes. And there's a distinction between somebody who merely publishes information that might have been illegally taken, as in the case of Ellsberg, who was a hero, so we say, depending upon which side you're on. If you were in support of the war effort, he was a traitor. It depends. It depends. Which is, of course, the answer to every legal question ever asked. It depends. So think about that. And ask yourself, who's a spy? Define spy. And is there anything wrong with spying? So long as your country is doing it, it's okay. If somebody else does it, it's a different story. And those rules switch accordingly. All right, my friends, think about this. Have a great and a glorious day. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to the channel. Please like this video. And please hit that little notification so you'll be summoned as to new videos and the like. And comment as you see fit.